Boss fight. Says it's weak to magic. I only brought a whip. It seems pretty easy though. It's not hitting me at all. And I don't even have... Oh, there it goes. There you go. I don't even have gear with me. So its special attack hurts when it throws me backwards. Other than that, yeah, it was pretty easy. Didn't drop anything? Huh. There you go. Boss fight. Alright, so here's the real boss. I listened to a short guide following Slayer music, of course. Slayer music 1. The real boss is here. 235. He made it sound like I shouldn't be meleeing it. And if I'm going to melee it, I should probably protect the melee. It does have some special attacks. 235 though. It's only got 400 hit points, so it should be pretty easy. But I want to avoid the whirlpools. Oh, maybe just constantly move. I don't think I've taken any damage yet. Wonder if something will explode. It has a range attack too. That must be this. Yep. Well, it took my prayers down a little bit. So it looks like it's hurting me that way. Yeah, this is too easy. But I guess with sailing, I mean, it's only a level 45 sailing requirement. So I don't think it's supposed to be like end game content or something. The beast is truly dead. Is that it? I think so. Easy peasy, I'll see you at the quest end. Alright, here we are. Talking to this turtle man. Gives me access to, I guess, this island. One quest point, 10,000 Slayer XP, or 10,000 Sailing XP, 8,000 Slayer XP. 46 Slayer, or Sailing. Jeez. I don't know why that's so hard to do. Pretty cool. That is all the quests. All the quests. And it got me a level. I could go back to salvaging. Honestly, I've got a little bit of time where I don't have to AFK. Well, I probably should record some more videos, so I might just hop off of RuneScape for now. I don't, even though some people probably think I do, when I record certain videos, I log off completely of RuneScape, like for reaction videos, for example, because I don't like the distractions. I want to be, you know, focused on what I'm recording, you know. Sometimes I get distracted recording RuneScape videos, but at the very least, if I'm recording RuneScape videos and I'm on RuneScape and RuneScape distracts me, I feel like that's a little less appalling than something else. What can I do with this? Oh, shouldn't go taking things without permission. Well, it was there. So there's a couple hunting stalls. There's a melee, or a fishing stall. There's a weapon stall. Shield stall, I guess, and spears, adamant spears. Yeah, I wonder what else there is, or if there's much else. There's a bank, which is nice. What's upstairs? Nothing. Hammer. Oh, there is a furnace and an anvil right here, which is cool. And we can also do our clue scroll, which is cool. It did take me... I mean, obviously, I had work, Thanksgiving, you know, so it wasn't like I've only been playing RuneScape, right? But it did take me a while to be able to access this. So I feel like 45 sailing for a medium clue feels a little steep to me, honestly. But I could be wrong. I mean, 45... Here's why I think it feels steep. it's a new skill. You know, we all start at level 1, and you're going to immediately, without giving us any chance of, you know, getting the skill trained at all, you're going to immediately throw this at us, a 45 skill, 45 stat. I don't know. You know what I'm saying, though? It just sounds like a high requirement when we're all starting at level 1. And to have it on day 1, it basically locks you out of medium clues temporarily, obviously. And I just feel like maybe if they would have, you know, released the clue updates. Oh, my farm keeps there. Like, if they maybe released the clue updates, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks after the new skill came out, I feel like that would have been maybe a better thing to do. Gotta grat Stinky though. Everybody's been talking about. Everybody's been talking to him about where's your new PB? Where's your new PB? Well, he just got it. Unfortunately, there's only 2 of us online now, and they're just giving him grief. But, anyways, does that make sense? Like, I just feel like for clues, maybe don't lock people out of them on day 1. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I got the update. Part of the reason I feel this way is because I feel like with hard clues, there is probably stat requirements or, you know, sailing requirements for the hard clues as well. And they're probably higher than 45. And I just feel like that's a large ask. I really do. And part of it, what I was trying to explain, and then I got interrupted by myself. Part of that was, it's a new skill. We all start at level 1, and you have to do 4 quests. 4 quests to do this 1 medium clue stat requirement. Or clue requirement. And I don't know, it just seems a bit much. But, and yeah, I'm complaining, I guess. I'm not real mad about it. It's more like suggestive criticism, or you know, suggested change for the future. Not that they're going to do another skill anytime soon. I'd like to within the next 2 or 3 years. I mean, we're not spring chickens anymore. You know, I don't want to lose. I mean, I don't know. We're not getting any younger. You know, free time is not coming any. Like, we're not getting more free time the older we get. So, I don't know. That's my take on it. Behind the chemist's house. Is that over here? So yeah, I'd like to see another skill. I think overall, they had a good release. You know, there were a couple hiccups, but nothing major. They didn't have to do any rollbacks. You know, race-wise goes, I think skilling-wise, I think it's too fast. I truly still to this day think it's too fast. And not so much like, okay, I got 46, right? But I didn't start training it until like a week ago. I don't remember when it came out. I don't know. The 19th, I think. So it's been out almost 10 days. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. People got 99 and remaxed in like 5 days. That to me is too fast. I think they could have slowed down the XP. It is pretty slow to do salvaging though. So obviously the people that were training it the correct way, not that salvaging is incorrect, but the non-AFK way, obviously they're getting better XP rates doing that. I do like that aspect. You know, I think salvaging could stand to be a little bit higher, at least at the lower levels. Like, if you're rebalancing the XP. What I don't want to see is them to speed up the skill time. The completion to 99. I don't want to see them speed it up. I don't think it needs to be sped up. I think it's fast enough. You shouldn't be able to... In fact, it's almost too fast. You shouldn't be able to get a 99 in 5 days. Especially a new one. Like, this isn't fletching. that you're buying. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Yeah, I think they made it too easy, and then people complained about it, and then they made it even easier. Like, before I even played, before I even tried the new skill, because it was in the middle of a work week, which is fine. I mean, if that's when Jagex releases new skills, that's when they release new skills. If I wanted to race, I would have had to use PTO or whatever. Obviously, racing was not important to me. High scores are not as important on this account because I'm on a group Ironman. The high scores, like our version of high scores is a group aspect. It's a group high scores. The individual, and I've talked about this enough. You guys understand. But, if I cared about high scores, I'd be playing Ironman. And I do care about high scores. That's why I bring it up so often and talk about it and stuff. It's because I do think it's an important aspect of the game. I like competing. I like watching the race to, even the race to 99 sailing. I liked watching people compete. In some ways, it would have been nice if I was competing with them. There's still the 200 mil grind. That's going on as we speak. But being a group Ironman, we're ranked as individuals. We're ranked against other mains, and we're not mains. I have to earn everything myself or beg Zezima for it. You know what I mean? And so because of that, I feel like to put us against mains on the regular high scores, for example, if you just look at the sailing high scores, group Ironmen are mixed with mains. I don't think that's fair, which is why I'm not in a hurry to get 99. I'm only in the friendly competition with maxing, with UIM Drist, and then obviously as a group, I guess in a way I'm racing Mario, but it's not like there's nothing on the line. The only thing I have on the line is two things, and those two things are if I beat, Burst on Entry is changing the rules of his own game, so I'm going to say the original rules. If I max before 2030, so assuming 1231 but assuming 1231, the 31st before midnight, assuming I do that, then I get a free plane ride to the Netherlands. I would presume, because this is how he is, I would presume it's going to be a one-way ticket, so I'll have to buy my way back. But that being said, that would be cool. The one person I'm racing to max is UIM Drist. It is a friendly race. He is definitely winning. I've showed his scores recently, so I won't bring it up, but he's definitely winning. I think sailing obviously will be a challenge for him. It adds a new skill, but also it sounds like UIM might have a harder time like doing boat upgrades and stuff, which might slow him down even more, which I think is a benefit for me. It's definitely not a benefit for him, but I think it's beneficial for me. But anyways, that's the whole race you guys know about. But aside from that, like I'm saying, I'm not really racing Mario to max. I'm definitely not racing Zezima because he's just going to get 99 sailing and then he'll be remaxed. RGS already maxed, and I don't think he's coming back, unfortunately, to sailing, at least not at this point. He's maxing on, I think, his regular main first, and eventually maybe he'll remax his group Ironman. That'd be awesome if he did, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. And I can't say I blame him. I mean, who can afford membership on unlimited accounts? I forgot to click on RuneScape 3. I don't want to get logged out. I don't know. Like I pay membership for 2 accounts, and that's kind of my limit. Honestly, it's not that I couldn't play more accounts, but 2 things that happen. For a while there, I only wanted to play on 1 account at a time. Anyways, I have gotten used to playing on 2 accounts at the same time. I do find it challenging at times, especially if I'm trying to record on 1 account. If I do a longer clip, you know, I'm not paying attention to the other account. So, I don't know. It depends on what skills you're doing, I guess. As far as AFKing on 2 accounts, I don't know. Not AFKing on 2 accounts, but playing on 2 accounts. I don't want to play on 3 accounts. I don't want to be like Cooper. It's not a competition. But also there's the finances. Like, I don't want to pay for 3 membership accounts. I just don't. You know, if membership was still $5 a month, then sure, I'd pay for 3 to 5 membership accounts, you know? But it's not that. So I need to, you know, be mindful of where I'm spending my money. So, anyways, I rambled on long enough. I'm sorry. This is like a whole video in and of itself. But anyways, that's the new quest. Let me know what you guys think. I did like that it was a little more serious. It introduced new characters. You know, a whole group of them, right? We didn't have turtle men or whatever they are. Large turtles. I don't even know what species they are. I know they have turtle shells. I guess I could have maybe read a little bit more into the lore to figure out what they were, but I also don't really care that much. I'm not a big quester, so yeah, I don't necessarily care. But it was decent. It wasn't stupid, like I thought the quest I did last before this one was. I thought that one was pretty dumb with the fish mayor. I didn't find that funny. Someone, it might have been Cooper, or it could have been somebody else, brought up, well, there's a dog mayor in the United States or something. Well, I think that's stupid too. I think maybe the reason they vote a dog as mayor is because they don't want someone to come in and make a bunch of rule changes, maybe. And if it's a dog, they can't really change anything, I guess. Maybe that's why. But I honestly think they're throwing their vote away and they're being stupid. And I find voting to be important. You know, take what's happening with immigration and what happened in the last 4 years. You know, I'm not trying to be controversial here, but Joe Biden and his administration had the border opened. He literally, there was a quote, he said, "You want to surge at the border?" Well, he got it. And it was open, and anybody could come in. And now Donald Trump's president. And again, this is one thing I'm talking about, not everything. But Donald Trump's president, and he closed the border, right? So I don't know if Kamala was going to close the border or not. I don't know if she really talked about that. There wasn't like, because of the way that things happen. I mean, I disagree with it. I think that they should have like let the Democrats choose who they wanted to be the Democrat nominee. They didn't do that. I kind of understand, like, okay, use the person next in charge, right? The vice president. Like, that kind of makes sense, I guess, but also just didn't seem fair to the voters. But I don't know. I didn't vote for her anyways. I don't know why we're talking about this. Oh, because I feel like voting is important. And so just like the people that have a dog as mayor, the people that have a fish as mayor are idiots. Even if it's NPCs in the game, like, they're idiots. Don't vote a fish as your mayor. Ah.